There she is. Had a little bit of an issue. Slab of metal was coming up and catching the torch, which is on a magnet, and throwing the torch off. So we had to redo the cut once. But that was fixed manually because we all stood on the plate so it wouldn't pop up and mess up. He's gonna show.
I'll have to cut that slit.
Yeah. Upgrade.
So,
What you got there, bud?
so this is the exhaust tips that came with this car. I see a slight problem. It came with this exhaust. So you can crank them, tilt them up to try and get them close, right? That just looks like HE double hockey sticks, eh? And not the good kind. It's like
Butthole. Hershey squirts, man.
yeah, water will run down in there, whatever. So you can see the huge gap. So came up with the idea to move it to the other side like this. So now instead of coming down, it's coming up, right? So that puts us in the right proximity of where we want to be, right? Okay, now of course our tips are upside down. So what we had to do was cut the tips off, rotate them, reposition them, line them all up, tack them, and weld them. So I got one side done. This guy right here. So this guy's welded in, flipped. Let's see if I can get her on there.
She's a beaut there, guy.
Yeah. So now they're
A lot more
where,
sexy. I tell
now
you
they're
that.
where they're supposed to be. So I don't know if the people that made this exhaust, Becker, got their jig backwards or what, but this definitely is a vast improvement over what it was.
Maybe it was just a whoopsie.
Well, looking at pictures on their of it online, it looked like it was welded up the exact same way. So I don't know.
Also, this is what I've been spending most of my time on right here. Stripping the paint, redoing some welds, and then repowder coating these, and then we got like 6 more of these bad boys, but it's a little bit of a pain to get in the tight spots. How do you get in the tight spots, you ask, Dan? Where did the tool go? Little small brush. Get in there, and then, oops, then the tighter spaces you get in with a knife. And yeah.
Ta-da! There's one. Boom! Out with the old. Now this one's a little trickier because they left a lot less to weld So I have to get in there and trim. Ta-da! Yahtzee!
Booyah, baby! Woo!
Morning, everybody. This is Cole from Regal Metalworks. So today, this morning, got up early, went down and helped quite a few people move Adam Booth's shaper. Not sure what that was. 9,000 pounds. It was a big boy. We didn't have any real major issues. Went pretty well. There's a lot of video of it. I didn't take any video of it because I showed up late. And the reason I showed up late is this guy right here. This little key. So, note to anybody who drives a P car, you're all aware that the ignition is on the left. Well, if you put a lanyard on there, you have a tendency or a probability of possibly stepping on that lanyard when getting in or out of the car if the key is still in the ignition. And that's precisely what happened to me this morning, and I broke the key. And I broke it right at the brake point. They have these little, looks like a brake point. I'm not sure why. But, and over. Okay, so what I end up having to do is try and put that key in there because this has an immobilizer in it. And I had to try and get that to turn the key broken off. And it took a little bit to get to figure out how to do it. And I did it several times till I eventually got it. So it ended up being about 20 minutes late. But so when I got back to the shop, I decided, hey, I got a welder, why not weld it? So I took the key apart. I was like, I was going to try and take the key apart, and you can't really take it apart. But I found this little pin here. So I drove that pin out, and I was able to weld this together with some 309 stainless. It didn't weld very well. It sparked and sputtered and did everything else. But it's together. I tested it. It works. So there you go. Hello. Oh, look at you.
Hi.
Fancy.
Oh, jeez, I don't know about that. Okay, enough. Dan, please edit that out.
one that was like, yeah. That V10 sounded good.
I'm like, I don't know, man. I really don't need any more projects. And he calls me back and goes, look, somebody's buying this for scrap value, so it has to move with it.
Jab, jab, uppercut. Jab, jab, uppercut.
Yeah.
Right? You're going into a split.
I feel you, man. Well, dude, man, are you down in Evansville area?
Yeah, I'm working at Amazon, so.
Okay. Well, I'm sure, dude, next spring, dude, I'm
go. Looks like you guys had a fun weekend. Thanks for inviting me anyway.
You bet, buddy!
Powder coating machine.
Lots.
Heat.
Hot!
Which could mean there's our powder coated. There's our powder coated. Here's our powder coated. Ooh, we got the gray.
You know,
That looks nice, yeah.
Silver vein.
Silver vein. That looks nice, yeah.
Silver vein. Probably think the silver is about you. Yeah.
Covers up a lot of imperfections, which is what we were aiming for. And that's hot. Don't lean up against that.
Make sure that's straight, like that, and send it. The only other thing we could do is flip it around and hang it from one of those corners.
I feel like that would be unstable and would swing out this way.
Yeah.
Looks like it's gonna stay though.
Yeah, I think we'll. Do it.
You ready to fly?
Just gonna wipe it down.
We'll be back momentarily.
Spray on the other leg. it gets hot, we might be able to open the oven and just hit it. Or we could take a black marker, black ink pen. But we'll try and get it hot first and finish.
Get it hot.
Yeah, I keep doing that.
Get hot. Get hot. Ooh, is there a mark on my face?
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
Activate.
Shiver.
Oh yeah, she's looking good. So far. She done. She done.
They had heat vision on here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you'll see the beads of sweat starting to bead on. There's my little counterweight down there to keep it. Because it kept pivoting towards the burners, and if it gets too close to those burners, it will actually burn the powder coat right off the metal.
Then
Ask me how I know.
how do you know, Cole? Because you did it yourself? You burnt something before?
Yes.
Holy crap. It's like, I can't even stand it. It's so hot. But,
374 degrees.
yeah, 300 some degrees I just stepped into it. Anyway. Here's what that looks like. Real nice. Fire! It's gonna look real cool. It's in the cup.
Water. I'm sweating all afternoon.
Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed our montage of the cars this weekend. I wasn't there to see it. I was at a wedding. Having fun.
Sorry, I forgot to bring the mouse for the mic, so there's a little bit of wind noise.
A lot of bit of wind noise. Anyway.
Not terrible.
Like, subscribe, tell your friends,
Tell your friends.
and give somebody a high five. How about that?
High five!
Oh, you gotta. There we go.